Hey guys, welcome back. And you have made it yet again to the WCABAR channel. Who cares? A11Y BAR, where BAR stands for Blind Accessible Resource. I just wanted to take a moment and wish you all a happy 4th of July. I want to say thank you to you and my family members, especially my uncle that's in Pittsburgh. For if it wasn't for him and for some of the stuff that he worked on years ago, I really wouldn't be celebrating, I guess you could say, 4th of July. So shout outs to my uncle in Pittsburgh and you and my cousin out there, and you know who you are. Anyway, just want to say this much that, thank you. You guys have been incredible, supportive. I'm trying to think of all these adjectives to put in, but it's so many. And so I just want to say thank you. So far, this is going to be like, I don't know, 14 videos, 15 videos, something like that. And I understand for some of the videos we had audio issues. Some of it was me. So I saw the comments. I listened to y'all in the comments. Uh, I do want to get a better microphone setup for when I'm on the road kind of situation. Maybe like a wireless Sennheiser profile or something could do me well, or just find me a decent set. I know that coming from Infocom, I was able to talk to Sound Devices who make incredible pieces of hardware, like the Mix Pre and the Mix Pre. Well, the Mix Pre has it. The Mix Pre 3 2 Mark II, Mix Pre 6 2 Mark II, and then the Mix Pre 10, so on and so forth. But point being that they're field recorders, and they have this thing called Noise Assist, which just does some really cool things with your voice and takes out all the background noise, so to speak. Right now, I don't mind the background noise because you may be hearing little fireworks off in the distance. I have a lot of interesting things around me, so at times it'll capture that for you. And going back to sound in general, I'm just intrigued by it. So you may find content on the sound stuff, but I want to look at it in an accessible way. So, I want to have that conversation with Sound Devices to say, hey, wait, how could I help you to better my experience with your product by giving me accessibility? Stuff like that. Just an example. We've seen other pieces of hardware and equipment, the Zoom H6E, for example, and why I like and why I'm going to give them a big shout out, even though I didn't get to say hi to you at Infocom, is Solid State Logic SSL. And interestingly enough, they're all under one umbrella as a parent company, Audiotonics, I want to say. But in any case, my SSL2 interface just does me decent because of it's tactile. So I could feel the faders, the knobs, potentiometers, if you want to call it. And what that does for me is I could set my volume levels, my mic gain, all of that, and I don't have to worry about it. With software, something might change, something might reset, something might alter. But with the hardware, it's more tactile, so I could feel what I'm doing. I still have the Generation 1 Mark 1 from the SSL2. I wouldn't mind the SSL2 Mark 2 because it's 32-bit float. I had the 24-bit with 192 kilohertz just for nerdly sakes there. But I'll peel away from the audio. I know. It's not audio channel. It's everything channel. But everything to do with accessibility, right? Because I want to give you the resources. I am the blind accessible resource, and sometimes I will talk about the equipment that I have had or tried. You have like the Yamaha mixer, for example, the Yamaha MG10XU, sitting me on my left shoulder over there somewhere. But point being is, what works and how can we make it work better, right? If it works, meaning, okay, does your audio sound pleasing to you? For me, I don't want to go back into post and go edit. I haven't been editing most of this stuff, just to let you know. Because you start from good hardware, you don't have to do as much. Granted, today you might hear some fireworks, but that's on purpose. And to give even people a little bit of audio description for my blind viewers, in my background, I have my wall is probably a hue of red, orange, And blue. Yeah, okay. Why orange? Well, orange has always been a light that's been part of my set. So it's up top. It gives a kind of a goldy, orangey vibe to the wall because the stuff that is on the shelf back there, behind me, has a clock that has like two horns or two tusks, like, and then there's like little knickknacks, like a sand bucket that had ice cream in it once upon a time. Delicious ice cream. And so this little memorabilia's elephants back there. There are about 3 elephants, small little statuettes, a couple duck swans, I think. But yeah, just really minuscule things that I have had or something that I found, and I just kind of put it back there. So maybe you want to write what I should put back there in your comments, right? Because you guys are pretty good at that. Thank you. I've not responded to most. I have some, but I'm getting there. I have read all of them, I think. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I think. So, again, feedback is always welcomed. Discord server is kind of up. It's kind of not. I got, it's on my phone. I can't get it to do invites right now because technical difficulties. Let's put it that way. We'll get there. And that's the whole learning bit. That's what I'm here to do, is to learn with you, learn with the experiences that you give me, the information that I could entertain you with potentially, the information that I could teach you potentially, and as well as a collaboration between you all, the world, right? Because anybody that wants to collaborate, say it's a company, say I know I mentioned a few company names here, but it's just this excitement that, when you go to conventions, you start meeting companies, you start meeting people, and you just want to give them a shout out sometimes. And you just never know where that relationship goes because, again, it's a human to human relationship. Granted, there are huge companies out there, but, right now we have the American Council for the Blind convention going on in Dallas, Texas. Waymo actually was a diamond sponsor for that. So, to flip it into my blind friend friendly content here too. I'm sure there's amazing things. Maybe I'll go check out a YouTube or two, or I'll go ask some questions among some friends that are there. Maybe I could go interview somebody like friends from the iBug family. Go check it out. ibugtoday.org. ibugtoday.org. They're going to be there. So if you're watching and you are at the conference, shout me out on there. Hey, I'm at the conference. Something. And if not, maybe I'll see you next time at the next conference. You got National Federation for the Blind coming around the corner in New Orleans. And let's see, what else do we got? What else do we got? Cinegear. No, Cinegear is done. Cine something is in Denver, Colorado, I think. And let me see what else is there. There's something happening in October, the NFB State Convention for Florida. And then there's another session in New York City, I want to say. But anyway, if anything, if not, next year, 2026, look forward for ATIA, Assistive Technology Industry Association. I will try to attempt to make it, but there's no guarantees. If any viewers are watching and any sponsors are watching, then I'm not very far, but wouldn't mind to entertain you all over there and cover as much as I could. If you look at my channel, I have one hidden gem in there from 2024. So, by the way, ATIA, the people that took my emails, I'm sorry I wasn't able to make content ready enough for you for that turnaround time. But maybe another year. I would love to be a speaker if I have to in that, well, not have to, but be a speaker in that condition. Or if I do make it this time around, I'll be certain to spread the word and try to make sure people understand that Asia is one of the best conferences you could ever go to, hands down. I'm sorry, NFPACB, but the wideness of accessibility and disability and that intersection and that education bit, maybe I'm just fascinated by it because it's about learning. So like CADIS, folks, Certified Assistive Technology Instructor Specialist, or CVRP, so many acronyms, sorry. There's tons. CVRT, and then you got Comm, Certified Orientation Mobility Specialist, blah, blah, blah. CRC. I'm going to stop throwing acronyms that mean nothing to most, but they mean something special to most of us blind people. And again, just remember, if you have a thought, try to make that thought heard. And you have a channel, you have an avenue, a place like this. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for the subscriptions and all of that fun stuff that YouTube has us do. But again, my next couple videos might dive into Android or might dive into Zoom Text Fusion with JAWS, Job Access with Speech. I don't know. Those are the two that I'm contemplating. But again, as you hear them fireworks, happy 4th of July. Thank you, and God bless everybody. God bless America.